Go south. 2. One's inside with a sniper. My nades are fucking walk into my trap card. Fuck it. Whatever gets us around. Holding bridge with a snipe. Nice, I'm dead. There's one pushing up on my X behind you. It's the Titan. He's on top of my X. Still holding. Yep.
Special characters.
No eyes. Crack.
Good afternoon. It's a beautiful day, and a lot of people have been asking me about this Mario jump technique that I do. It's called snap skating, and I'm going to be giving you an in-depth guide on how to do it, when to do it, what factors what factors play a part there, the whole 9 yards, right? So 3 conditions have to be met in order to start snap skating. 1, you have to have burst glide. 2, you have to have incinerator snap. And 3, you have to have your super not charged, right? Doesn't matter what super you have on Dawnblade specifically, or actually it doesn't matter what super you have at all. It just can't be charged. The keybinds you're gonna need for this, and you're gonna want to bind these keybinds to very accessible buttons. I actually had to rebind a couple of my keys in order to start doing this effectively. Is you're gonna want your crouch, your jump, your super bind. Keep in mind this is a super bind. You can hear the snap sound if I really spam it, and the only reason I'm meleeing right now is because I don't have my super bound, and your sprint key. All you need, right? So in order to start this off, you're gonna just run straight and slide, right? Get comfortable doing that. After you input the button for sliding, you're gonna jump. You can see in the bottom that I'm actually jumping, even though you don't see in the animation because I'm mid slide. It's important for later, right? After that, you're going to press your super bind. So at this point, you're running, sliding, pressing your jump, and then you're pressing super in that order, right? Now you may be thinking to yourself, Perk, this does not go as far of a distance as I had seen you do, right? That's because after you press super, you're going to press jump again to incorporate your glide, right? That's where you get a mixture of your burst from your glide and the speed from the snap, and that's how you go further distance, right? However, it should look something like that, where you're just stuck in the air, and obviously this isn't optimal. So you're gonna press jump again to land on the floor. Then that's how you snap skate. And the long and short of it, that's exactly how you snap skate. Thanks for watching the video. No, I'm joking. Basically, if you want to make that a little faster on Dawnblade specifically, you're going to be using your Icarus dash instead of hitting your jump key the last time. So you're going to be running, sliding, jumping, supering, jumping, and then Icarus dashing, right? Should look something like that. The reason why is because your Icarus dash actually cancels your glide, so you do not have to input the button for the last jump. If you were to press all of the binds, and then, sorry, I'm trying to mess it up, but muscle memory is not letting me. If you were to press all the binds and then cancel your glide and then Icarus dash, your Icarus dash does not go as far, right? Just simply put, your Icarus dash just simply doesn't go as far as it would have if you just simply press Icarus dash instead of jump for the last time. Now, if you're not I love transversives, but if you're not a transversives user, you can use this on any exotic. This is usable on speaker sight, Ophidians. I'm gonna show you Ophidians because I don't feel like pulling my speaker sight out of the vault, but you can do this on literally every class, right? This is not tailored to an exotic. However, I will say the transversive steps does make it go a little further. It does make it go a little further, and I think you're moving just a tad bit faster in the actual animation or in the actual sequence, but don't quote me on that. I think I know for a fact you go further though. Now if you're thinking to yourself, but Perk, I play prismatic, right? Well, one, the prismatic subclass does have incinerator snap, and this works just as fine there as well. You are allowed to do this on the prismatic class.
One going left, you have to deal with them. Already won. It's still on your left. Pushing up now.
I'm so much better. And if you never knew, you can do this while with the penumbral, I don't know how you say this, but this is called wand skating, right? It's the exact same thing, except you're like, you have less of a cue on when you're doing it, right? You know you're doing it well if you hear the sound effect, and I just specifically know that I'm doing the binds correctly. But with snap skating, it's a little bit more like, it's a little bit more beginner friendly because you can see the effect around your gun. That's how you know that you're doing it at the perfect timing. However, I will say that prismatic subclass does not have access to Icarus dash, right? So Dawnblade is still going to be faster, but you are allowed to snap skate on prismatic in general. I've had a couple people ask me this, and I'm low-key going to give away the sauce right now. A thing that I've been working on is a bait skate. In a way, like, yeah, I'm workshopping the name right now, but a bait skate is simply if you have a person on the enemy team that knows you're snap skating, they know that you're going to be like, say they're behind this box, right? And you snap skate towards them. If they're smart, they're going to be using a shotgun and they're going to be aiming like this, right? Because you're going to fly in that direction. Snap skating is really easy to predict once you know, like, when somebody's snap skating, blah, 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 once you're used to it, right? So what I do to those people is I just simply bait my snap skate, right? You may be thinking, well, what's the use of this? Well, one, it makes a sound, right? So if they hear that sound, they're gonna be like, oh shit, like I should be aiming up here, which then I can really just do that and then slide out if I felt like it. But normally I would just like make that noise and then stay completely still and then watch them freak out, right? In order to do this, it's much more simple, right? Although like the timing is a little bit more constrict. You just crouch, super, and then jump. That's all you gotta do, right? Standing completely still. You can do this while walking, right? But like, there's not as much of a reason. The main use of this is just simply to make the noise, right? Because otherwise you would have to like Icarus dash backwards in order to like cancel your momentum, blah blah blah, right? Instead you could just make the noise. Like, if I was good at it, I'm still learning how to do it, but like you gotta cut me some slack here. It's like all together as buttons, pretty much. Like you pretty much, like if you look in the bottom, you're literally just seeing me press the buttons just simply one after another. And that's how you do it, right?
Oh, he's frozen. He's frozen though. The other guy is invis in mid. Going to the res right now. If you can snipe it by any chance.
No.
What the fuck? What'd you do?
What'd I do?
What is the guy doing? Like,
it's effective to think about snap skating as Strand Hunter, right? Basically, Strand Hunter's most like effective method of doing anything is by taking mid control early, right? So by Strand Hunter, you'd be like here-ish, you'd be able to like hold this so they couldn't come up. If you felt like you can get here and they couldn't walk up here, right? Snap skating can do the exact same thing, almost as fast, but not like seconds behind, I believe. The advantage though, the thing that puts this over Strand Hunters is Strand Hunters have to use their grenade. But yeah, there's multiple different rollouts that you can do. You can incorporate like okay, so let's say spawns here, right? Off of just snap skating alone, I can get to mid enough to throw a swarm nade, and by the time I throw this, they're probably just getting right there, right? I'm already like up here and they're just getting there.
What gun sound like?
Big.
Da-da-da.
There's other little tidbits of things like if I wanted to get a box.
Good for one, good for two.
I really just vaulted his shield. He thought he was safe. If I wanted to bait somebody, I could slide in and then like turn my camera 180 and come back the other way.
He was even looking at the head glitch. Oh, is this better?
Oh my fucking god, he's pissed. I've seen people snap skate into an Icarus dash and then like Phoenix dive like quickly down to the floor. Right? That's another way that you can like really mess with people. Say there's somebody like behind this right here, right? They're normally going to be crouching, waiting for somebody to slide it, right? This is where snap skating is most effective because I would be up here, or not if I hit the top like a loser, but I would be up here in like a higher altitude, so they wouldn't be able to shotgun me as easily. They have to react to that before I'm already on their head trying to shotgun them. This does not work on like indoors, right? Because you're effectively just standing right here anyway. Like your lower body is going to be in their crosshair already, so that only works like on high-end, like no ceiling areas. Using this, I've seen people just genuinely not expect me to be certain areas at certain times because normally you couldn't be there in time, right? Keep game.
1. Invis.
2.
Okay. Last one's back mid. Kill him. Nice.
Peep game and lock in. There is a such thing as a snap strafe in a way, right? So picture this as like a choke, right? I can kind of snap skate back and forth between the choke and shoot at whoever's aiming down mid. Now, normally this is like only useful against lesser tier players because anybody higher tier is just gonna look up at that point or just stop peeking the choke. But this can also get you out of like close range binds, right? If somebody's like coming out with a shotgun, you can just snap skate backwards. Now you're way out of range. Unless of course they use knockout in their Titan, then they might just, you know, zip to you, but that's just GG's bad game, right? I find that snap skating works most effectively once you also have a duo, because then you can effectively high-low somebody, right? If somebody's playing box, or like playing like that side of box, right? I can have my duo run out and then say they're not snap skating, right? They just run out and they're peeking box. I am snap skating. I can take the high ground and be as aggressive as possible, right? Because then they have to choose between shooting me or shooting my duo, and whoever they shoot at, the other one has to just like collapse on that. Maybe? Yeah, I copy. This tool is mostly used for repositioning. Say somebody's like there, right? And I come out, peek that side. That's not an opportune angle. I can peek here, come here. I can flank them if I feel like it. If they're just not that smart or whatever, they're not that keen on what's happening.
Math. Top. Shit on top. One's back on heavy. He's gonna pull it now. Teammates letting him. Nice. See, like.
But yeah, that's the video. I hope this helps somebody. I stream regularly. If you have any questions, they're over. My Twitch is in the description, and hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.